Go7, 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 Go7. Go7, 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 Go7. Go7, king of the game. I believe in you, that's what he'll say. Nice and kind, leading cobalt ice. He's a blue, cute, and deadly little guy. Seeing through the fog, old gods he's slain. Go7, 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 Go7. Go7, 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 Go7. Go7, king of the game. I believe in you, that's what he'll say. Nice and kind, leading cobalt ice. He's a blue, cute, and deadly little guy. Seeing through the fog, old gods he's slain. Go7, 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 Go7. Go7, 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 Go7. Go7, king of the game. I believe in you, that's what he'll say. Nice and kind, leading cobalt ice. He's a blue, cute, and deadly little guy. Seeing through the fog, old gods he's slain. Go7, 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 Go7. Go7, 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 Go7. Go7, king of the game. I believe in you, that's what he'll say. Nice and kind, leading cobalt ice. He's a blue, cute, and deadly little guy. Seeing through the fog, old gods he's slain. Go7, 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 Go7. Go7, 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 Go7. Go7, king of the game. I believe in you, that's what he'll say. Nice and kind, leading cobalt ice. He's a blue, cute, and deadly little guy. Seeing through the fog, old gods he's slain. Go7, 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 Go7. Go7, 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 Go7. Go7, king of the game. I believe in you, that's what he'll say. Nice and kind, leading cobalt ice. He's a blue, cute, and deadly little guy. Seeing through the fog, old gods he's slain. Go7, 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 Go7. Go7, 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 Go7.
Hey. Hello, hello. I'm glad you guys like the song. I'm doing pretty well. Just finishing up some chicken noodle soup here as the stream started. Yum yum chicken noodle soup. Let's go, 7. Chickens are not penguins. I'm not ill, I just still have a lingering cough kind of thing. So the chicken noodle soup helps with that. Birds. Birds eat other birds all the time. There's a whole classification for it and everything. Raptors. Looks like we have a first time submitter. Oh my gosh, it's this map. Still a cannibal. Well, thank you for calling me a cannibal and then ditching. I appreciate the support. Look at how tall this map is. Axe versus. They're already facing the ways I want them to. What did you really use this for? Think I'll queue again before 2024? I don't think so, but I will be playing in the next Smacky tournament if they move Grit into tier 2 for Fog. My play, my participation is a bargaining chip. No, I don't like Grit. I wouldn't play him. But other people like Grit. And he's completely unusable in tier 1. He's still garbage in tier 2, but you know. It also increases the number of tier 2 COs from 3 to 4, so it's all wins in my book. Tank only Grit, they never expect it. Grit could probably get brought down all the way to tier 3 and be, I imagine, fine. But he's definitely fine in tier 2. I mean, he hates fighting Eagle. He hates fighting Olaf. He's not a huge fan of fighting Max, so seems really good to me. In tier 1, he fights Javier. He has no chance against Javier. Javier literally has turns where he's invincible. Grit has no chance. So, I say tier 2. Adds a CO to the tier. Grit still won't crush. Probably Grim. They know what they're doing. They also often bring Grit down to tier 2 anyway, so I feel like him just officially being tier 2 would be the better way to do it. Sammy was considered tier 2 on Vandalism? That is very surprising to me. Played Sammy on Vandalism. Although I've only played her in Sammy Mirror. She was definitely too strong at tier 4, but all the way to tier. Tier 2 is my least favorite tier in Fog. I think that's pretty much unquestioned. You've only got 3 COs. And none of them are fun to play against. Tier 4's got lots of options. You don't have to play Jess into Jess. Okay. Well, we've got a game going on here. Olaf versus Max. Tier 2 mixed base. This is a tournament match, I believe, is what I was told. We'll see how this goes. Important to note that there's cruisers here. These are cheating cruisers. As you can tell, they are starting on the shoal. A tile they can normally never move on to. But, oh, this is a different version. Oh, weird. So this is a version of the map where you can try and block. You can block the cruiser in with this lander, but then you don't have your lander for other things. I think this is a new version of the map. But anyway, it's important to pay attention to the cruisers because they can kill off copters. And you're starting with copters here. I don't think you normally start with a mech on this comp tower, do you? I don't know. This map's been changed, it looks like. Okay, so the lander, it's moving over here. It's dreaming about picking up this mech. I see. The choice is you go pick up the mech, but you have to let the cruiser free. I see. You want to do shenanigans with the cruiser, but your opponent timed out. This decision here screams of what's their face. Oh my gosh, how did I forget their name? They make a ton of maps. They love decisions like this, where it's like you give your opponent a unit, but you get a unit yourself. Does it start with an I? They made Spring in General. They made Rivendell. They always change their name on the Discord, which makes it even more difficult. Yes, Elise. Yes, thank you. This is Elise. I swear Elise had a hand in this version of this map. For all I know, this was an Elise map from the beginning. I mean, the bases do have a lot of terrain by them, so they're easy to kill. Okay, so both cruisers are set free. Is Squidward at Tortellini that made the original? That does kind of sound like an Elise alt. The map makers have to have a ton of alts because there's a limit to how many maps you can have per account for some reason. Okay, so the center seems to be going just fine. Cruiser moves on in here. Okay, so I think it moved onto this harbor just so this lander can't move onto the harbor to block it from being captured. Okay, and we have this copter. Now it has to be a little careful. It can't always first strike the cruiser. It will win that fight because that's fair. But I wouldn't suggest it because Olaf definitely gets more out of having charge than Max does. And this just generates a ton of charge for... It generates it for both players, but it's going to be more for Olaf because cruisers cost more than copters, as we can see here. And that's something you could just avoid by having, copter move somewhere else. Or maybe the copter didn't have a spot. I imagine it would. I think the map is too choky for Max. No, I think Max is fine. Because most of the chokes have really bad terrain, so he can one-shot his way through. Okay, this copter's been hit really hard, but it's still able to get an interrupt here. So yeah, like this copter can... Really, you could just build the copter from this airport. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess I can still get blocked. Move down here, and then over here. There's options. Although, as Olaf, you might try and get into a fight with a cruiser. Oh, you can just go to there, never mind. Okay, so far, most of the land stuff has just been infantry walking around. We did have this little recon attack on the mech. We're gonna slow down this harbor capture. It is backed up by this tank, which makes this capture a little bit questionable because it just kind of gets hit by this tank, but we'll see how it goes. Nice interrupt from Max over here. Olaf players leaving a little too many things defend. Never mind, this tank actually defends totally fine. Yeah, interrupt here. The anti-air to deal with the copter. Recon comes back. Looking good. This can just finish its capture and be happy. Assume that tank's going to take out this infantry. A tank over here to try and guard. He doesn't actually guard any of these guys over here. Whoa! Okay, this tank decided to go up here. I guess to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know why. Just to hit that infantry. I would probably have come down here, killed off this guy, completed this capture. Because it's dangerous. These are dangerous waters here. Oh, okay. Olaf's going for this capture. Okay. Max finished off the cruiser. Might be trying to get up power. Well, now all the infantry over here for both players are severely injured. The recon sacrificed itself for some reason. Anti-air attack the tank. Well, that does give Max a power. Oh. This is all to kill the copter. So I don't think that's worth it. The main problem is it takes all of Max's charge to kill that copter. But there was already like an anti-air ready to deal with it. And it mostly just gives Olaf a ton of charge. Although the fight over here is definitely looking good for Max. Usually you want to get a little bit more than just a copter. I mean, a copter's always good. It was very fancy. But now, like, look at this charge difference. It's gonna be brutal. Oh well, Max is looking very good in income. Up 3K at the end of the turn. Okay. So I don't think this mech strike is needed. I think this thing can just come in and hit this and win the day because this guy's got chip on him. Yeah. Okay, well, Max is actually gonna get this city, which is really good. I think the copter tank should kill this and then the mech interrupt here, but okay, happy days for Max, who's going to be up 4K. There's a huge line of infantry here. I'm not sure what their goal is, but it looks pretty unassailable currently. tank. A nice tank first strike. Ooh, does the anti-air... Ooh, the anti-air gets the kill. Very nice. The city does just get captured, which will help out Olaf a lot. Yep. Now down only 2k. We have some attacks over here. I assume the anti-air is just going to kill the mech. The question is whether or not Olaf wants to use the super. No, not going to kill the mech. And uses the super. When these guys are super trapped. Have the infantry hit it. Okay, that's fine. Here, it's a pretty nice join cap, but also at the same time, it's not super easy to take out this infantry. The snow be doing its thing. Okay, hopping back into transport copter. These two vehicles can try and stop this, but it will be painful. Here gets taken out. There's still one healthy infantry here, though. And this tank is in an awful position to try and defend this city. I'm not sure why the mech moved over there, but this is looking pretty nice for Olaf. You might have to do like... I don't know if this will sacrifice. Probably not. 7 health might be a little too low. You'd really like to have this infantry on this to capture because these tanks cannot reach them out. Just gonna hit that tank for now. I don't like that attack. It is guarded by another tank. No idea why. Okay. I guess the fear here is that Max is going to like use this tank to kill this tank so the anti-air gets free to kill the copter, but it can still kill it. I guess the mech's going to step in the way. The mech's not going to stop it. I don't know. Yeah, I think if the mech steps here, this thing's fine. Although I don't know if Max can even kill this. With the power, maybe? You would think I would know these rules. But, yeah, this, I'm not a huge fan. That's covered by another Max tank. I'd prefer going up here and trying to clear the way to capture the city. You have the Max force used. Also a copter that doesn't have any targets. That tank just goes down. That one goes down too. Oh no! The mech blocker. It was needed. AA hits AA better than Recons hit themselves. That's true. They almost hit each other as well as tanks hit each other. So that was a really good power for Max. Although Olaf has managed to get... Oh no. Well, while Olaf has managed to get an income lead here, Olaf did miss that there is an airport block over here. This forces a copter to be built. Make sacrifices. Pull out that infantry, get here. I don't think this anti-air should have stuck around. It's just going to die. Another anti-air has to be built here now. Very awkward. The anti-air is not built? Okay. That's very awkward. Because this copter can just kill this anti-air. And then block off this entire region. And then this anti-air just dies to a tank. Over here... There's a decent setup. Like the anti-air has to block the base to kill the copter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But there isn't And the idea would be then you can like kill the anti-air afterwards and then like take the base out. But only one tank would be able to hit it, and then the only thing that could possibly stand on the base would be a 1 health tank, which isn't quite strong enough. Unless this copter doesn't realize he can just kill this anti-air. What? Oh, this is not as good. But, well, now this anti-air can go for interrupts. I guess this puts this copter in a better spot, but it would be better off just killing off this anti-air and then you take the properties from it. Over here, I don't quite understand what's going on with this tank, because there's these little tank, it's very threatening. I don't like those guys, so I would just go up here, kill off this infantry and heal here, rather than down here where I just get jumped by tanks. Oh, okay. I didn't finish the turn there. Apparently Olaf was going for the 30% kill. Got it. Well, that makes this a lot better. I mean, now something has to deal with this. You both found very annoying ways to use landers as blockers this match. Yeah. Ooh. It was all part of the plan. Now the cruiser can cover while this guy goes for the airport, or not the airport, the comm tower. Smackety smackety, infantry goes down. 1, 2, 3. So if it snows, which it probably will, Olaf can still hit the infantry and then the cruiser can't get the kill because of how slow they are without a max super. Down goes the copter. Medium tank bot. That tank survived. Smackety. Smackety. I don't know why this copter's running. I think the copter had to hit this anti-air. It wouldn't die. You kind of need the charge to pop the super this turn. Then having your anti-air hit a tank. That's... No. Anti-air goes smacks tank. Copter hits anti-air. Pop super. Copter hits infantry to stop the comm tower capture. What is this plan? No. Now Max just uses the power and kills the copter and wants the power anyway for all this other fighting. Max uses power. Down goes the copter. Down goes the copter. Gotta be wary about those move boosts. I guess you could hit the cruiser. That would work too. Now comes the Winter Fury. It's a turn later than it really should be. We do also get those captures. Olaf is living the dream money-wise. Sadly, he's going to have to build a copter, and it won't even be able to save the comm tower, I don't think. Really sucks. Everything here for Max just free below. Tank sacrifice. Yeah, this isn't going to do 7 damage to that infantry. Yeah. don't know what that was. Is this a dead copter? Okay. I see. Okay. It's just a first strike on the medium tank while it's on the shoal. Now, we have the artillery covering this city. So Max shouldn't hit here, but Max can just hit here. Be totally happy. With double comm tower Max. Max decided to hit from the city. I do question that. I guess it's okay. Yeah, power management's a big deal. It can take some getting used to, though. Okay, that's a pretty scary capture attempt from Max there. There gets to shoot the medium tank. And a 4. Back the lander a bit. Copter moving out. We'll build another copter here. I assume we're going to have the lander. I'll pick up an infantry to take this comm tower back. Oops. The copter's way up here instead down here. For some reason, Max is repairing the cruiser. Ooh, okay. That's very cheeky. So the copter has no good place to attack from other than the airport, which isn't really a great spot. Otherwise, the cruiser can get it. Wow. The medium tank just charged right into the artillery range while on a road. Heavy doubt on that one. Artillery. I mean, Max is up 2 comm towers to 0, but isn't doing too hot unit count wise here. Hey, Shadow. I know the cruiser's looking. This is one of the best cruisers I've ever seen. There, we got tank smack. Around tank smack. Start interrupting that. It's a good idea. Wouldn't want. I'm not super sold on that attack, but sheer unit count here from Max around this base is starting to do a number. I'm not sure what's up with this lander. Olaf is again putting stuff. I guess it's okay in this case because there are anti-airs covering this, but again, it's like copter's just a single tile out of range, which is not good enough against Max. But Max was able to just take that city. Ooh. Olaf does have an artillery lock. Really nice. So whatever's built can just get shelled. We did join the one onto the 8. That was in anticipation of them lobster. Okay, so copter on copter attacks, 2 strikes. Copter strikes tank. Copter strikes tank. Oh, anti-air hits infantry. There we go. Super's not used. Are we not going to use the super? We don't use the super? Okay. I thought that was some attempts to get it going. With the max power. I guess the cruiser can lock in the lander, which is pretty cute. 2 copters do go down. Go chill out on these shoals. Sure. Overcharge time indeed. Here comes Winter Fury. I think we still absolutely wreck this base. Here goes the artillery covering it. Yeah. Well, Max managed to hold on to the 2 comm towers, but still ended up losing this base, unfortunately, once those artillery got in the choke points. It was GG at that point. Yeah, I don't know why Olaf didn't use the super there. It was a little questionable. But it still worked out. Yeah, once they get into position, the artillery are pretty good. I mean, I think once the max and medium tank died over here, things went really south really fast. Kind of drive forward. Also needs a little more support coming from their airports, I think. Because a lone base just won't be able to hold against a multi-base. Can't wait to finish your game on this map so you can submit it. Good to hear it. Use the move planner indeed, it helps a lot. I would recommend. I'm going to reveal whether I'm anonymously in this tournament. I will not reveal such a thing. The GG. Right. Looking good. Got a Kindle mirror on Wondershot. This is always a fun map that I don't like at all. I did recommend get put into the map rotation. I'm a firm believer that there should always be maps that people can hate, and those maps should always be very different. And Wondershot is a pretty different map to most regular fog maps. Got a really weird, I guess, deployment schedule where there tends to be like a huge infantry congestion through this area, while also some rapid deployment down here. Like so. Yeah, I mean, I don't like the map either, but I don't think it's a bad map. It definitely has its own unique lines. We're going to drop off an early recon here from Mackie-Boo. Another recon per side. Ooh, okay. Strider's also going to drop off a mech, just a single one. We have the artillery build. So you can break this pipe seam. I wish this pipe seam being broken mattered in any world, but I don't think it does. I guess it's slightly faster for your infantry to go this way than up and around. But if you break this pipe seam, suddenly you can unlock all 3 bases to go this way. Or you can have all 3 bases doing transports. So there's some really good artillery locations, especially when fighting over this city in particular. You've got this forest, and this forest. There's 3 forests that have artillery coverage of this. So it can often be a very contested city. Both players can lock it down. Transport copters are also pretty nice. Go right into the middle. Have a recon move up. Pretty early comm tower capture for both players. Oh, Strider forsaking the comm tower to try and get this property. This recon is actually in the perfect spot to stop that. Same thing going to happen down here. Recon didn't want to interrupt. They both have fairly similar openings. Strider just went for the artillery pretty early. Going to use the Kindle bonus firepower to 2-shot this while having an artillery fire from a city. Interesting. So we do have the copter, or not the copter, the recon strike from over here. 6. I guess it's not any farther out of tank range, but maybe attacking from over here rather than the forest does seem less appealing for your opponent. You can have a tank in range to protect it. Here you can see the congestion has started. Using like transport copters, you can avoid this. That was a really weird place to deploy this infantry. So it does grant a little bit extra vision, of course, because you're placing it on a mountain, but it's no longer in range of capturing a city. So like right now, this guy can go here, and this guy can go here, or here, and you can have this infantry placed here to go here or here, and then you get all 3 cities. Here's the really contested city, so we'll see recon strike. Pipe seems broken here. We'll see if someone gets this. This artillery is not going to break the pipe seam. Or I guess it's going to break the pipe seam, just not in a Kindle way. I guess a tank was built here and then attacked. Now, artillery doesn't have to be on a city. Strider's almost in position. If you deploy, the lander goes here, drops the artillery here and the tank here, and the artillery can make it into this wood in 1 turn. From here, it can still make it into this one, so that's okay. But this tends to be the easier to protect one. Contested. It's always a little risky to go in like this with a tank next to it. If your opponent has a tank, as Kindle, of course, you'll smack, but there's another tank supporting, so that's not bad. Get the black boat for more deployments. Now, unfortunately, there is a limited amount of space to deploy over here, so they do kind of slow you down. But having 2 boats is totally fine. I wanted to keep the artillery in. Nice. Okay, Mackie Boy getting there too. Captures here. Recon gets spotted by a trapped infantry. Back away from this. Oh, this comm tower isn't actually captured yet. We're held infantry scouting out. Seems good. This infantry gets trapped on the recon. This recon gets trapped, but this is a very sad trap for this recon because it's sitting on the road in the enemy's territory. Well, not really in the enemy's territory, but behind enemy lines. Definitely a little weird to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe this recon should have seen this recon move into these woods too, so just not checking them replays. Center is now fairly divided. The copter flies in, we go smack, start the capture. It's always a little gutsy, of course, to do this. It's very possible for Strider to have a copter, but there's no backup for it. Is rough for sure. Ooh, Mackie Boo goes with a base skill. Strider killing off that. The artillery doesn't have great defense, but it's still, you know, it's got a friend. Comm tower's gonna get captured last, as is. Oh, there was one attack. Okay, so it looks like Mackie Boo is. Well, Mackie Boo did lose this recon, so it doesn't have great vision. So I think this artillery won fine. Rider did get this city. Mackie Boo, no fear, plays the tank on it. The fear here, I guess, well, if Strider had a little more charge, though, the real fear is power gets popped, this gets killed off, and then the tank just like shots this almost. Okay. Currently, the income lead is to Strider. This is going to be the last city to be contested. No longer being contested. So, the economies are exactly even. The map is nicely split. This is huge, huge doubt. Big question marks. I think it's fine in this case. But if there was, like, a recon over here, then to be really sad, because recon comes over here, kills this off, then tanks can like smack from the city onto a tank on the plains, and then also hit the artillery. As is, this is actually going to work out. I guess this anti-air could come in. Wanted to. It's definitely a little scary. Doesn't want to. Okay, so this kind of worked out for Strider. The city is being like captured, and so in that part it didn't work out, but the tank did walk into artillery fire. Could a Fog Neo tank be a strong play here? Yeah, it could. You do have to be worried about how good the artillery are on this map, though. But if you've got proper scouting for them, then it can definitely work out. A sudden wall of units. No power popped, which I agree with. There definitely would have been a pretty bad power. Mackie Boo does pop. Now, Mackie Boo's power situation does look a lot better. Tank on this city, attack from the city. Wow, very gutsy. This is exactly what I would say don't do with copters. Does it actually work here? It actually manages to work. The anti-air is just a little bit out of position. But do not charge forward with copters. It's just very lucky to that those guys aren't covered by something. There goes the recon. There's the tank. So if there was a way to do this turn, but not have the anti-air next to the city, then that would have been a lot better. Because Kindle will definitely... I mean, Kindle might not be able to, but assuming Kindle is able to kill off this tank and then kill off this anti-air, things will be really dire. You have the Urban Blight from Strider. It looks pretty nice. Now goes the copter. And I assume tank hits. Or no, yeah. Copter hits. Oh, the infantry won't get the kill? Oh. Fortunate. It's probably... Oh, it's because Mackie-Boo's got the power defense going. Means this anti-air doesn't. So, you know, definitely could have been a lot worse. After being a blocker, that was a very cute boost. Ow. Anti-air smacks from the city. There gets hit. Tank is taken out. Do we have this artillery in range now, though? Oh, as long as Strider's front line holds, the artillery will be able to get a ton of value. Tank first strike. We're gonna get to see the classic 2 4 health tanks fight a 7 health tank. Anti-air goes after some copters. Strider or Mackie-Boo was just barely unable to get a power off, although I don't think it would. Base 10-10 stats would be nice for me. More health? More health? I think this guy really should have attacked from the woods. So this recon could have gotten in an attack. That's okay. I guess this anti-air really wanted to attack. Okay. Does kill that off, and then the copter feels a lot safer. I guess you don't really want to repair. I mean, it is a Kindle mirror, so you know you'd put your anti-air on a city, hoping it heals up against hit by a Urban Blight, so you actually go negative. Oh, that's true. You could attack with the infantry first to sacrifice against the Kindle tank. Use that extra firepower against them. Ooh, wow. Surprised the anti-air titan was still at a very low 4. With the copter. Looks like this somehow holds. Or no, it doesn't, because they can just come in from the side, though. One, two, three, four, five, six. Well, it does. It actually holds somehow. I think there was just a little mess up in the ordering here. It means the tank can't actually reach the artillery. Copter's gonna get picked off by the anti-air. Bites the dust. Smack. Fire on the infantry. Really? Definitely I think you just use the infantry if you want to fight the infantry. I think you shoot the anti-air for sure, right? It's on the road. What was this turn? Okay. I guess I can understand not wanting to have the tank hit here. What? I don't what was that? You get urban blighted, isn't it? There's Makibu not anywhere close. Well, surely. Don't call me Shirley. Artillery shoots anti-air. Tank probably kills tank. Focusing on the infantry to protect your properties. I can understand that. It's not as needed as Kindle, just because you have the power. Yeah, this... The Strider anti-air up here is very happy. Transport copter died going, why? Why did you let it live? Okay. But Makibu does a full retreat. So Strider does hold the day here, or win the day. Is down 12 units, which is really painful, but a lot of them are very injured. Not sure why these tanks are going onto cities. There it runs away. Makes sense to me. Well, it doesn't look like an urban blight's gonna hit this turn, so I guess this is okay. But in general, against Kindle, you don't just kind of hop on cities willy-nilly. The artillery took 2 turns to get here, but it's here. I do like the switching between these forests because they both cover the city, but very different attacks. So yeah, like Makibu goes into the check here, and then yeah, ends up committing. The artillery is still here. Okay. Got a nice urban blight. Hits a copter over here. Break through. Very nice. There's no anti-air that's been brought down here for some reason, but we do have some copters on their way. They can kind of serve as anti-air. Smackety. Yeah, I'm not super thrilled about leaving the stuff on these properties. It is very annoying to fight Kindle, as Kindle, for sure. Old Kindle mirrors. Smackety. I think they're looking pretty good for Strider. Like, this setup looks absolutely awful for Makibu. Copter on a city is pretty easy to kill off, and then it lets another copter come in on a city and one-shot the other copter. All in on this side here. But Strider, unfortunately, has a single 2 health infantry over here. So even though there's like a large vehicle advantage, nothing's going to get captured. Smack. Smack. Painful world. Or Kindle here. On strike. Good. Copter doesn't know what it wants to do. Fine. There kills the copter. This anti-air gets chunked down. Copter's trying to find some targets. Really no way to get onto that city. I guess not. Wow. I guess it wouldn't have been that much more damage. It just wouldn't have been one more tank damage. And getting the copter hit for Urban Blight would probably not be worth that. That's artillery value. To shoot so many vehicles. Yeah, it's very painful when you win a front, but you have no infantry left, so you can't actually take any. Yeah, the Black Boat's been doing very well at supplying this front. Breaking through. Reveal for a smack on the anti-air. I probably would have had both copters come in over here. And really don't want to just stand on properties. I know it makes it weird. This Kindle wants to stand on properties, but when you fight Kindle and it's only standing on properties isn't great. Artillery again gets down to 2 ammo. Okay, but the fight down here looks like it's gonna go very well in Strider's favor. Who could pop the super? And this is definitely an overextension by Makibu. Copter gets to attack from the airport. Happy days. Back. Looking good. We have the infantry on their slow march over here. Oh, power use. So this could be a chance to overcharge Strider for Makibu. You have to be careful that you don't get like wiped out by overextending to do so. Okay, looks like we're going to a bit of a front switch, which I would agree with. Usually you want to front switch with your army to a front where you have a bunch of infantry, because the army moves way faster than infantry move. And when they're together, then you can win fights and then capture stuff. Okay, so Strider's kind of following along, just at a respectable distance. Oh, we do have the infantry shortcut opened up. Moving straight into the middle. Makibu going for this central capture, has it very well guarded. Double artillery looking over this. Strider goes for captures on the other side of the map. Does go for the interrupt over here. Also has the availability of an Urban Blight. If Strider ever wants to use that in order to save a city capture. Didn't unload the infantry. Oh no. No, now the transport congestion is going to be real. Join cap this. Will the recon survive at 1? The recon survived. I think charges in. Copter goes in for the pretty good smack on the anti-air. Oh no, this infantry down here didn't do anything, so this capture just goes through. Okay. Strider now with the income lead. One health tank survives. 3's brought down to 1, but still survives. No. Tank comes through. Tank gets the hit on the artillery. Looks like this artillery will be fine. Doesn't have the best. I guess I can shoot this. Probably not worth stacking here because it sets you up to get stacked. Always with the tricky stuff. Same with this. Probably not worth putting the tank on this city. Copter smack. Down goes the tank. Down goes the copter. You have the urban blight. It does hit the medium tank and hits this tank, but there isn't any follow-up on either of those. That was the follow-up. Real significance. Shoot the recon, I guess. Fine. This area is still being heavily neglected, so I guess Strider will be able to walk over the comm tower soon. Like, just wait a turn to finish healing it. Smack, medium tank. Take out a copter with anti-air. It's a bloody battle. This infantry gets taken out. We now unload here. Load up. Tank goes on to the city. Ooh, we're not going to wait the turn. Comm tower is being captured, although it is in range of an anti-air. Breakthrough over here. So many anti-airs on the field. Nice copter from the city attack. Artillery will be very happy though. Akibu's back to having a unit count lead. It's a very annoying attack up here for Strider to deal with. Very good for the urban blight. Does let this tank attack from this comm tower, which is nice. Kill off this anti-air. Likes it would live to 1. Two health medium tank kills off 2 health anti-air. I like it. You save that city and from a forest. That's pretty good. Okay. Goes in for the kill. Medium tank. There's no anti-air over here. Artillery, of course, cannot shoot copters. Huge investment in trying to take this city. Shoot a tank, kill off a tank, interrupt that capture. Recon comes in. Looks like the only way to stop this is to have like a tank come in and then the infantry smack, or for an urban blight to happen. Tank really doesn't want to come in here to kill off a 2 health tank. So it looks like Strider's just gonna let the city go. That's exactly what happens. Now the economies are back to being equal. The city is about to fall. Attack from AWBW over here. AWBW down to like 2 tanks. 3 tanks. Okay. Oh, there's one here. Unfortunately, Strider's down to 2 anti-airs. They're both just being deployed. The low tank count can't be too abused. Inch forward a bit here. Tank's just chilling over here where we don't have anyone in range of the comm tower yet, but it still looks incredibly vulnerable. AWBW does get this city, so takes the income lead. All of these tanks are very painful. Breakthrough. Oh my gosh. Your unit's getting cleaned up. You have an artillery covering the artillery, so it's not so bad. So we can get vision of everything that's happening here. We have just the urban blight. I don't like that. So at this point, Strider started to play around the urban blight. You'll see none of these units are just kind of standing on properties for no reason. And this is why I do not like the blind urban blight in Fog of War. That urban blight only hit the production and the lander. Now it does give the +10/+10 stats that Mackie Boo might have done that for. But considering how expensive the powers they're getting, it's not really worth it. Moving forward, artillery goes back up. Anti-air gets smacked. As the urban blight's been used, Strider's feeling more comfortable to go onto the properties. I guess your main question about this game with how to press an advantage in fog to turn it into a win. So oftentimes the way you're gonna, especially on this kind of map where a lot of it comes down to how well can you manage your fronts, it's going to be get your opponent to overinvest in one front and then you strike on the other front. If you strike on the front they're invested in, then you just get stuck into these massive brawls like this. So like the problem that Strider ran into was winning on this front, but had no infantry. So the victories didn't matter. Breakthrough from Mackie Boo. Keep moving forward. Okay. So, when Strider sees all of this, which is very, very scary and difficult to deal with, it does mean that this front has to have very little on it, so I would definitely make a beeline for the comm tower at this point, while doing my best to not die over here, although this comm tower is also going to get taken. Urban Blight. I'm not quite sure why the artillery went over here. One hell infantry gets the kill. I don't have anyone else helping the block here, but I guess Mackie Boo will probably be able to get an urban blight to stop it anyway. Maybe not. Copter comes in, smacks the tank. Ooh, this is looking very scary. Oh, Mackie Boo is nowhere close to the urban blight. So if there was a blocker here, like even the 4 health tank could be a blocker here, and then this tower would just get taken. Yeah, you basically do have to front shift to save the HQ. But I would still have I mean, I would front shift with most of the stuff, but I would deploy maybe like one tank down here. Because your opponent just can't have like anything to save it. They'll have reinforcements in range of their HQ for you. The comm tower is a whole other thing. Strider does have a lot of charge here, so we're going to have another Urban Blight. Unfortunately, that's not going to be enough to save the comm tower. We might not even use it. Urban Blight's being saved. Okay. I can dig it. Unfortunately, we do get thwarted by this anti-air. Copter strikes over here. Looks like Makibu might be falling back from the HQ area, which makes sense. I mean, mission kind of accomplished to get both comm towers in the matchup. 2 comm towers to 0 in a mirror does feel really good. A lot of copters are going to go down for Makibu this turn. Makity. Okay, Makibu is up 2 comm towers and up 2k in income, which should be a really nice lead while also being a hit in unit count. So pretty much, as long as Makibu doesn't, those are some nasty losses. Can kind of throw away too much stuff. A lot of the standing army for Makibu took a beating in order to get these, like this comm tower win. So as long as Makibu doesn't leave too much stuff vulnerable or like have to sacrifice too much in order to like save us a property or something, then I feel like it should be game over. Smack. That was the recon. I mean, it is a lot of just infantry. Yeah. Makibu is up 9 infantry. So it's actually down in vehicle count. Starting to leave pretty free hits. Urban Blight. Smack. And really good Urban Blight breakthrough on this front. Trump Tower's now fallen. Over here, I expect Strider to have much more luck. This tank got trapped. No, the tank just didn't move. Okay. Urban Blight responds by Strider. Not a ton over here to attack. Comm Tower falling. Okay, I like falling back to a nice copter and tank swarm. Just like give your opponent the opportunity to overextend. This capture pretty much unsavable. Oh. If these anti-airs get in range of the tank, bad news. Our boy Mackie Boy. Well, we'll see. It looks like kind of sad news to me. This one's on an opponent's city. This one's next to an opponent's city. This tank is next to the opponent's city. Their boats on the roads. They're against a Kindle player. Urban Blight looks amazing this turn. Also very important to take the comm tower first. Blight. Only the 5 health tank. Copter do it, and then this 5 health tank kills off this anti-air. I mean, this is looking pretty good over here. The city still looks very dire, though. Smackety, smackety. Anti-air cannot reach any copters. It might come down here and actually go after this infantry. Tank is revealed. Terra moves here to try and cover everything. I do like it covering everything. That was a very good Urban Blight from Strider, and it was definitely the opportunity for Mackie Boy to overextend, and then Mackie Boy overextended. How much money was sunk on repairing the lander? We can check. At the end, we'll check how much money was spent repairing the lander. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very interesting choice. So this copter is in range of this anti-air. I'm going to have to assume Mackie Boy wasn't 100% sure where this went to. Nice blowout on this front. And this time there's actually some infantry around. There's only 2, but there's still some. Some captures. This property is going to fall. Now, tables we turn in. Mackie Boy is up 4K in income, which is definitely nice. It's nice, but it doesn't help your front line, is the thing. As Sammy has learned many, many times. Hitting this anti-air is huge, though. There's no other anti-air on the battlefield for Strider. So that getting injured is a big deal. Anti-air really just like continuing to attack in range of this. Not great. Finish off. There's a run home. I assume a double or sure can't afford to blast. Attacking from the city. Some infantry smacks. We do. Yeah. I mean, mechs are pretty good to bring over here. I agree. Smack, copter go down. Ooh, Mackie Boy is able, or Mackie, it's not even Boy, it's Boo this whole time. Mackie Boo is able to kill this anti-air. I think I said Boo at first. I don't know why I switched. Copter smack, copter smack. I mean, 1 health tanks are pretty good units to repair in a Kindle mirror, because, I mean, it doesn't really hurt if they get hit with an Urban Blight. Too late to use Mackie Boy, or Macy Boy. Macy Boo. Oh, it's not even Mackie, it's Macy. Oh my gosh. Don't mind me. 41. The Kindle mirror is ongoing. Macy Boo 8 is up 2K in income. It's a primarily copter-based army in the north, at least. Okay, looks like we're repairing our tanks. Build more anti-airs. I think that checks out considering how many copters we've seen. Did I say Mackie Boy 9? Okay, looks like we're gonna just build up a death ball. So, so the idea here is you build a death ball and your opponent like can't attack it very nicely. And if they do attempt to attack it, you just wipe them out. And normally you slowly march it towards something that matters, but if you just stick it in the middle like this, then it just kind of gives up your sides. Death ball has now tried to unleash over here. It's going to get a tank copter strike there. The artillery lived. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which means this anti-air doesn't get hit by the tank. This looks really dangerous for Macy Boo 8. So the thing that makes death balls really hard to attack, if you go back, is this. This is a crust of infantry that are protecting the vehicles. So if Strider wanted to attack this death ball, it's a whole bunch of vehicles come in and they hit the infantry, and then the death ball's vehicles get the first strike on all those vehicles. Go here. You'll notice that the infantry are no longer the crust of the death ball. They're part of the filling, and now suddenly all of the vehicles here can get hit first. So, and its advantage kind of goes away. But it's still, ongoing. Very important to hit these tanks. When you have a lot of anti-airs, you gotta want to focus down the tanks. Maybe this 2 health tank is just gonna chill here in the forest to try and trap something. And there goes the copter. It's a lot of effort to clear the city to hit this. Tank's kind of fine. Luckily, Strider has been non-stop producing anti-airs for 4 turns in a row. So looking fine on that front currently. No Urban Blight used. I'm surprised. And you can see again, the infantry crest is now only on the opposite side. Although there's not too many vehicles left over here for Strider to that much punishing. Copters get taken out. That's a nice smack on the artillery. Taken out. Up. Anti-air is nice and safe back here. Anti-air is nice and safe back here. I like it. I mean, it's not really that safe. This tank could smack it. The tank doesn't know about it. We're threatening down here. Neither player popped Urban Blight, so we could see high society. Very weird that we haven't seen Urban Blight in full charge, so there's no reason not to pop a power unless. Okay. Very weird. Still got the kill down here. Anti-air hits anti-air. Anti-air hits tank again. Tank. Tank kills that tank. I mean, that's looking pretty good. AC Boo 8 able to get a pretty decent breakthrough there. Might still be able to take this city for Strider. You have the Urban Blight popped. That's one of those blind Urban Blights where you see absolutely no targets We just get this nice hit. Okay, well, let's the copter striking the copter. I think that kills anyway, but something. Copter down. Urban Blight. Over here to kill off this anti-air. What was that? Artillery. Now a huge anti-air force from AWBW. Some mechs here, but now they have a target. 4 anti-airs in the middle. Okay, it's a mech value. I'd like to save the city. Or that's captured. Fortunately, no way to this comm tower has it. Strider ends the turn behind in all metrics, except for I guess charge probably. That is very painful. Now the comm tower is starting to go down. Front line got chewed up. No, 1,000 charge in the bank. No way to save this. I think that's probably GG. Does the lab get captured? The show of dominance? Wow, even a stronger show of dominance to just not even move the infantry. Don't even continue the capture. Just stand there. The Strider resigns. GG. That was an absolutely brutal fight. We will check to see. Looks like both players spent 3,600 repairing landers. That's not so bad. That might not just be telling us, actually. AWBW definitely has repaired this lander. Oh no, maybe this lander never got hit with a Urban Blight. No, it's not so bad. There's more damage was dealt to the black boat actually. Look at the B-copter stats. 36 battle copters against 22. AWBW building a good 8 more units. The deaths for both players, though, value-wise, fairly even. The GG and normal powers versus 11. You can see the better, I guess, power management coming from AWBW, because while having already used 1 more power than Strider, it's still ahead in the charge towards the next one. GG. It was a brutal game. Hamplmann versus AddyP. Yeah, that's how the kill death was equal, but they had 3 copters. That's a funky looking pipe looking at the APCs. I have not seen this map. I'm pretty sure. If I had to guess, it was made by Elise. Elise loves to do weird things like this. But probably not. It's quite an Elise level map. To the left. Okay, we'll have some moonwalking units, just cause. Have a good one, Strider. Thanks for the submission. Okay, so I don't know what kind of priority should be put on freeing the APCs. It's kind of like super awkward. The artillery would take 3 turns to get into position. Then it would take 3 turns to break this. So it's like forever before you get your APC to capture stuff. The port below the APC is very strong. I can see that. That's kind of have access to... Or I guess unlocking this access could be good. Maybe the best way to do this is like you build a boat, get a bomber, the bomber frees them. I do agree with getting a black boat really fast, like Hamplmann did here. AddyP gets one from the following turn. Ooh, Hamplmann goes for more central captures rather than the airport. That's fine. I guess it is a Drake airport. It would be the best at unlocking the APCs. It might not even be good anyway. Okay, AddyP grabbing a tank. I assume this is Siphons? Yeah, this is Siphons. For those that don't know, Hamplmann is the same person that has the no tank account. Obviously, right now Hamplmann is holding tanks. Or maybe I should say one of the no tank accounts. Yeah, boosted on over here. Kind of got some harassment. Hamplmann's much faster in the airport. Also a little bit farther ahead in the central capture so far. Or... oh no, never mind. Pretty much the same. We got some cheeky landers blocking in at tanks. Peace recon. Got your harassment in where you could. ADP pops out a Neo tank here. This is a pretty cheeky play. Knocking this infantry down to 2 is really good because now it can't be used to interrupt this capture. At least not without any comm tower out. Ooh, and Hamplmann just lets the city go in order to get some tank shots. AddyP does also get this lab, but that doesn't matter. I mean, it matters in that if Hamplmann loses this lab, it would be I don't think that's happening. So AddyP gets a city from Hamplmann. Really good value swing. Tank there. We do have Neo tank coming forward. It doesn't actually cover this guy. This tank also doesn't cover this guy. I'm not quite sure why this tank... I'm not quite sure what's up with this tank movement to just take a single tile down to the road. Should at least go onto the lab so you can cover this tank. Neo tank still covers it. I don't know. guy's not even coming this way. No tank account sounds like heresy to you. Got the rocket built there. Bomb tower captured for Hamplmann does kill off that tank. Look at Fred. Fred hasn't made it far. Or one of the Freds. I'll say that is the Fred of the map, sure. Although it's... Oh, I don't have the... Hamplmann's player one. That's a Fredetta. Another Neotank comes down here. We have a Neotank from Hamplmann as well. AddyP enjoying a nice... Ooh, that black boat was so close. If it was one tile closer, it could block off access to that comm tower. Can still get used pretty effectively with this tank fight though. I like it. Hamplmann just charging on in here with these tanks. Then cover with a Neotank that's being covered with an artillery. I don't know if that's that great because we're gonna have another Neotank come in for AddyP. Oh, I guess we'll find out. Go for the nice tank kill. Neotank hit. Okay. Bunch of infantry trying to guard for this Neotank. Yeah, this guy coming in and hitting here isn't first save. I think AddyP is out in this area. Maybe this capture can go back to Hamplmann though. If a power is used by Hamplmann, this black boat just dies. I don't know how valuable that is to Hamplmann. Black boat cuts off the medium tank getting involved, although the lander gets involved. A mega tank build. Neotank's just chilling in this lander for some reason. Well, this looks like a great power turn for AddyP. Luckily this... I guess that's why the Neotank's hiding in the lander. Dodge the power damage. Yeah, I wasn't sure if this is the way that AddyP wanted to go about this. It also just killed the artillery. But I think this is fine. Drop in, drop off. The anti-air made it over. Rocket's looking pretty happy. It can kill off. I guess it can kill off the ABCs if it wants to. Also it can hit Fredetta. No. A Typhoon in response. It did take a ton of damage. Lander's down to 23 fuel. Mega Tank. I'm not sure about Mega Tanks against Drake. Well, Drake doesn't drain their ammo. See a Mega Tank stranded without fuel. Outside of fog, normal powers only get plus 10 and fuel. The normal powers also do a damage for Drake. Yeah. For Drake, the normal power does 1 damage and halves fuel. And the plus 10, of course. For Olaf, the normal power just makes it snow. But Drake only makes it rain with the super. And the super does nothing in the matchup, of course. both ignore rain. I mean, the super still does 2 damage. The rain does nothing. Okay. I guess it's fine. The Mega Tank was going to hit this Neo Tank anyway. I mean, this looks like just diving way too deep to me for AddyP. AddyP builds a missile? What? I mean, I guess the missile does guard the rocket. An anti-air would also guard the rocket, but I guess then the missile or the rocket has to move for the anti-air to hit the copter. No, Drake is immune to the rain movement. Drake isn't immune to the rain vision. But when it comes to the minus movement over the planes, Drake is immune. This lander's down to 10 fuel. Well, I guess this lander actually it has a harbor here. It could end up sinking if it does another trip before going back to the harbor. Fredetta doing great. Drake would love to be immune to the rain vision, it's true. Missile inches forward. Tanks. Looks like we broke the pipes up. Mega tanks. The end game Mega tank spam is upon us. Fredetta, no! Moving forward. Break to kill that anti-air over here. Nice. First capture. Lander. Oh, the APC saves the landers. Okay, we do sacrifice a Neo Tank in order to pop the super. So you can kill that artillery. Now AddyP can get this harbor. Well, Hamplmann can also use a power to delay the harbor, but missile is ready. There's no backup infantry for this right now. Fredetta, no! I don't know why Hamplmann sacrificed you. No. Okay, Neo tank and beats up medium tank. Artillery smack. Mega has to make sure it stays out of the other Mega's range. You didn't know Megas hit each other at the same damage ratio that Copters hit each other. They can be pretty nasty for fights. Still has successful. So Copter do have. Oh, Hamplmann didn't use a power, so we do have the harbor captured there. A nice breakthrough over here for AddyP in the center. Does have to start running away from these mega tanks though. Ripple uncaptured cities up here. Hamplmann is going to have none of that. Ops is capturing where they hit. Medium tank, but nothing on the ground can because the rocket's covering. The Mega broke through the pipe seam over here. We're going to start seeing what's from this harbor. A very aggressively placed artillery. Oh, we do. We have a battleship built. I'm not quite sure what the plan is with this artillery. I guess it's just to delay things, like the... I don't know. Yeah, it just dies. The spy team's at 3 health, so either player could break it at any time. I mean, the missile is covering the battleship, which is nice. I mean, the anti-air is also covering the battleship. I don't know what the copter's damage would be here, but I imagine it would be like nothing. I mean, we can check. Let's... Oh. Can't just bring the damage calculator over. Bring this over. Got a battleship on the harbor. Attacked. Okay, it would do a damage. It would do a damage. So I mean, it's, you know, it's protecting it from some repair drain. Is it 2 comm towers? Oh, it is 2 comm towers, so it would definitely do a damage. We prepare instantly, but mega spam, super big over here. It may move off the port, but if it moves off the port, good luck protecting it with a missile. Still protected? It's not protected. The missile's gonna have to move. The anti-air is still protected. So it does move. Another battleship. Oh no, it doesn't protect this tile. Anti-air. A lot. Be a lot of battleships. Huh? My concern is the rest of the map has gotta be pretty easy for Hamplmann to attack. So much is invested over here. The center does get captured a little bit more. It can move forward. This battleship can't move farther. Stop this. Can't stop this one. Black boat built over here. Mega. Some infantry. Hamplmann. Capturing here is going to be able to start capturing the harbor. If Ripple Mega is chilling. Copters just on this reef, stopping the battleship from stepping forward too far, I guess. We have the carrier built in response. No. The missile's like, I'm a carrier. Okay. Copter sacrificed itself to slow down the capture of this harbor for a turn. Have the Typhoon that's going to do an absolutely ridiculous amount of damage. 80,000, as is the custom. Hamplmann does attack in to hit the infantry that are going for the captures. Smack on the mega. Battleships do some attacking. Mega sacrifices itself for the greater good. Neo tank. Oh, this is out of ammo. Neo tank just goes for the swing. I think the Neo tank was trying to sacrifice itself for Drake Super. Failed. Double black boat repair. Battleship healthy. I'm not sure what's exactly going to be accomplished with these guys. Maybe they're trying to kill the base. It's way down here. Is the marching. Have some threatening both labs next turn. Okay, so Hamplmann is definitely trying to just win with a lab capture. AddyP trying to fight over here. Mega tank count's looking pretty tough to deal with. Some captures going on. I don't know if AddyP recognizes how super dead these labs are. Okay, we got the copters coming down. They'll be able to help. And going for some sacrificial attacks in order to get the super. Opposite. Smacking the copters around. Starts the lab capture. Goes after the tank. Kills off the mega. I mean, I don't know how AddyP is going to save these labs. I think that's just GG. Pop the power, go for some attacks, try and take this lab, but it's going to be too slow by at least a turn. That's without Hamplmann doing anything to stop it. It does do something to stop it. Use a little barricade. Stop the copter from getting here. That is just GG. There is nothing that AddyP can do to save the labs, and AddyP has resigned. Yeah, I mean, I did like the little fortress. It was very cute over here, but yeah, it's just like a huge investment, and you lose elsewhere. As fun as battleships are, you do feel that Megatanks just don't care. Yeah, Drake's battleships don't do any more damage. They are very durable. I guess you could try and save this lab if you built your own battleship up here. Bring it down here. Take some setup. GG. It is Apple time. Well, some long games. I hope everyone enjoyed. Absolutely brutal games today, actually. Huge brawls. I will be back tomorrow. I believe tomorrow will be a chill stream, and there'll be 2 replay streams. Let's say lab captures were not a factor. Who would win? You mean like in a battle to route? I think it would just stall. I mean, I don't think one harbor beats one harbor at airport. I think you could just stall forever. Good night, everyone. Thanks for watching.
It's Go7, king of the penguins. Of all the penguins, he is king. It's Go7, king of the penguins. Being king of the penguins, that's his thing.